This is the start of a new sort of series that we're doing. It's like Man United, we're going to try and rebuild them fairly realistically, I hope. I'm going to probably spend quite a lot of money up front, but I'm also trying to get them debt-free as well. So I don't want to overspend on players. I don't want to, buy people for a fortune when they're not good enough or they're not going to be there for a long time. So that's the aim. As you can see, there's 481 million net debt remaining. Of debt remaining. We've got a net debt of 657 million. So there's a lot to be done here. But it's achievable. And I don't know if you've seen the Barcelona debt-free one, but if not, go back and have a look at that. It was a good series. We made a really, really good team. I think we ended up with the best team in the world, which I suppose is fairly easy to do when you're Barcelona. But we also took them from something like 800 million in debt to nothing. So that was really good. As you can see, we had a really good first season. Just having a look at the Champions League stuff, you see Real Madrid there beat Barcelona 3-0 in the final. See how we got on. We got knocked out in the semi-final, unfortunately, by Barcelona, 2-0 on aggregate. But to get that far, semi-final of the Champions League first season, I think that is pretty good from us. And we won the Carabao Cup. Not bad at all. Beating Man City on penalties. Beating them in another final. I'm a Man United fan, so it was obviously lovely to see us beat them in real life in the FA Cup. But in this one, we got knocked out in the quarter-final by Liverpool. As you'd see, Fulham, Wolves and Palace went down a bit. Surprising there, but maybe even more surprising, we won the league by 2 points, 83 points. We've got a 49 goal difference. Bruno Fernandes was the only one in the kind of player stats top two with the most assists, with 15 assists across the season. We've got 98 goals, conceded 49, so we probably conceded a little more than I'd like, but obviously we're scoring loads. So exciting football. Nice to see that at Man United, I suppose. I'm sure most fans like myself would want to see more attacking football, but we need to be solid at the back, and we were far from that in real life. This is the system I'm running. It will change. I will tweak it as I'm going forward, but we've got a poacher on attack. He's going to mark the DM out of possession. We've got an inverted winger on support with hold position, stay wider and mark the left back. Another inverted winger, hold position, stay wider, and he's going to mark the right back. So we want to be a bit more defensively set is what we're trying to do. Set 2 centre mids on attack with move into channels as an extra instruction. DM and support with ease off tackles and hold position. Just want it to be that kind of pivot in midfield. 2 inverted wing backs on support with take more risks and dribble more. 2 ball playing defenders on defend with dribble more. And we've got a sweeper keeper on attack. So we are quite attacking here. We've got a positive mentality. Play out defence, low crosses, run at defence, work ball in the box, be more expressive, underlap left and right, higher tempo. In transition, we roll out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. And out of possession, we've got a high line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often to prevent the goalie distribution. Like I say, we will be tweaking this, but this tactic worked very well, so give it a go and let me know how you get on. But I am going to probably develop like a 4-2-3-1 tactic and maybe something else as well. So maybe have 3 tactics on the go for Man United, just so we can switch between different things. We are looking to sell some players, potentially Scott McTominay. As you can see, Bruno Fernandes is on the way out for 100 million to Al Nassr. Diallo's going for 21 million back to Atalanta. I do like Diallo on this, but I just don't think he's going to get any game time, so I didn't see the point in keeping him around. In real life, I hope that's different, actually. I do hope they actually play him, but we'll see. We have sold Rafael Varane, 64 million. Al Nassr again. They're going to have a brilliant team now, aren't they? Lindelof went on loan to Spurs for 1.6 million. Camboala went for 2.1 million. Bit disappointing, but again, he just didn't progress. Heaton went to Leicester. Ennis went to Swansea. Anthony, big one. Hope we do sell him in real life. He's gone. 42.5 million to Tottenham. Toby Collier's gone, who they're talking about would be really good in real life, but we'll see. Malassia's gone for 12 million. Wheatley went to Sunderland. Nolan went to West Brom. And Nana's gone for 46 million to Chelsea. Williams, 2.9 million to West Ham. Mather's gone on a free. And then Wan-Bissaka for 22 million to Tottenham. So those 4 are the ones we kind of did this summer. I mean, it's a lot in one season. And I don't think in real life Man will do all of this. But maybe over the next few seasons, 2 or 3, I could see a lot of those people being the ones who leave. We brought in Diamonde in January, who looks fantastic. João Neves, again, another brilliant player. 59 million for him. And then in the summer, we went... Crystal Palace got relegated, so we bought Elise, 53 million, who in real life I hope we get, but he's fantastic. Same as Eze. I think he's brilliant. 20 million for this guy. It's an absolute steal. 43 million for Fiscal. Doesn't look as great as I've seen him, but I'm sure he'll progress a lot. And again, in real life, we should go for him. We should go for Antonio Silva, 45 million. Costa for 36.5 million. All players that I'm sure are on Man United's radar, whether they'll actually go and get them or not, whether they can, not sure. But I think it's strengthened our team massively. Maybe the only sale of like Bruno is the one that kind of drags our team down a little bit. We can see we predicted 4th, but we won the league. Brilliant stuff. Hopefully we can keep that going. None of our players in the Media Dream 11. Bruno's the first one who cropped up in key players, and he's leaving. So might bring a few more players in. We'll see. There's a couple of people that look well priced, but maybe just need another season or so. So I might look to bring them in next season. Got some decent prospects coming through. Steve Stokes, right back. I think he looks very good. Sam Harper, right winger. Maybe not enough pace for a winger, but hopefully he can develop that. I do think Steve Stokes could be potentially a starting right back for us in 3-4 seasons. If it takes that long to get a step free, we'll see. So, like I said at the start, the aim is to get us step free. I don't know how long this will take. I think it took 8 or 9 seasons at Barcelona. I would guess 6 or 7 here at Man United. But thank you for making it all the way at the end of the video. I really do appreciate it. Remember to like, subscribe, and take care. Alright, here we go, guys and girls. Back with the next Man United episode. I think it's episode 2. Excuse me. We finished the season 2. But started off with the season preview. As you can see, 3rd. So we're not predicted to win the league. Man City are with 5-4, and they've got everyone basically in the Media Dream 11. We haven't got anyone in the Media Dream 11. Our best player apparently is Garnacho, and then Rasmus Højlund after Jacob Ramsey. He's coming on a bit, isn't he? I don't think he's worth 100 million, but he does look a decent player. Give you a little update on the finances. Not looking great. Minus 40 million, 100 million the transfer budget, about 600 going up to 800 million in the wage budget. Projections not good. Debt is coming down though, not the net debt, still 594 million. Remaining debt though is coming down to 343 million. We need to do some work on that in the summer, but I think we've strengthened the squad enough now that we don't need to go out and spend a fortune. Then hopefully you can start to see us making a lot more money from now on, which is one of the aims of this. Obviously it's a rebuild as well as going debt free, so we want to get the best Man United team as well that we can. Take you through the competitions, because I have changed up the tactic as well, so I will take you through that. Stay tuned for that, because it's a very, very good tactic. We won the Community Shield, beat Sheffield United. It's quite an easy draw for us, 2-0. Semi-final of the Carabao Cup, got knocked out by Spurs. Got to the quarter-final of the FA Cup, knocked out by Arsenal. Knocked out in the round of 16 by Leipzig. So not great in the Cups, but I think we can be forgiven a bit because we won the Premier League. 91 points, 69 goal difference, 4 points ahead of City, 11 points ahead of Chelsea. So we've done really well. No one in the sort of top players. Apparently we got Shaw with 10 yellow cards, Costa just below Edison there for clean sheets, Garnacho with assists. But Man City, when you look at that, you'd think they probably won the league, but obviously they didn't. We scored 100 goals, they scored 91 goals, we conceded 31, they conceded 28. Both been decent, it's just they drew a couple more games than us. we actually lost to City, but then we beat them as well, so that's decent. Lost to Villa twice and Sheffield United, so that's not ideal. As you can see, Borough, Burnley and Ipswich went down. You'd probably expect them to go down. I mean, I don't expect Luton to be that far up though, but never mind. We've won the league, 100 goals, happy days. Let's take a look, see how we did then. So we've got the most goals, more shots, a few shots against City. We were fourth in that, so not great. We've not even close in best pass completion, which is strange, but it is quite an attacking tactic. So you'll probably see that we're not really based around possession. We're sixth in possession now, 54%. We're not there in tackles, second in dribbles, so it kind of leans into why it's a bit more of an attacking, adventurous tactic. Joint second, in clean sheets, and second in fewest conceded. Just have a quick look to see how the players played this season. Lots of goals, 26 from Fiscal, 25 from Hoyland, 17 from Eze, 17 Rashford, 12 Garnacho, 12 Elise, 10 from Mount. You'd expect with a lot of assists as well. 3 of them in the 20s, Mount 21, Rashford 21 and Garnacho 20. The thing is, who do we sell as well? We're looking at a few people. I don't know. I mean, these are going to go, they're out of contract, and I don't think we're going to renew them, so that is fine. I'd like to keep some of these youngsters around just to bolster the squad. Maybe Dalot goes. Shaw, decent. I mean, I'll probably keep him, but you're looking at Shaw, and I think you potentially, it might be controversial with the good seasons that they've had, you might be looking at Mount and Rashford. So we'll see. It could be that I don't really sell anyone, because we've already got some transfers lined up this summer. So we've got 79 million we spent on Scalvini. Looks really good, top class centre back or defensive midfielder. 62 million on Dewey, who I think looks a very good player as well. Only 19, he's going to get very, very good. Adegula for 22.5 million. He hasn't progressed, but I think he will. I think he will come good. Those physicals will come up a lot, so he will be decent. And only 16.75 million. It's a lot of money, but still, in football manager terms, quite cheap on this sort of player for Karim Kanate, because he's a very good player. Let's take you through the new tactic, and this is it. 4-2-3-1. I haven't used a 4-2-3-1 for a while, to be fair. So we've got Poacher on attack, we've got Winger on attack, and they're going to mark the fullbacks. We've got an advanced playmaker on attack, deep line playmaker on support, box to box midfielder on support, inverted wing back on defend, inverted wing back on support, 2 ball playing defenders on defend, and a sweeper keeper on attack. Positive mentality, play out defence, run at defence, work the ball in the box, be more expressive, high tempo and wide. I think that's more what you'd expect Man United to play. I suppose when I'm growing up, when I'm watching like Sir Alex Ferguson, Man United, that's kind of the tactics you'd probably expect to see from them. In transition, we roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press, and then out of possession, we've got a high line engage, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goal distribution, get stuck in and step up more. So we're very, very attacking. We're trying to close that gap because we don't really have that defensive midfield. So these guys, the inverted wing backs, are going to step in, deep line playmaker, to kind of bridge that gap. And we want that Poacher as well, I thought, like to stay high, keep out the way of the attacking playmaker and these sort of 3, so it gives them more space. So that was the theory. Seems to work pretty well. Give it a go. Let me know how you get on. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. Please remember to like and subscribe. I hope you're enjoying the content, and I'll see you in the next one. Here we go, guys and girls, back with the next Man United episode. This is episode 3. As you can see, just looking at the finances for now, we made some moves in January. So we've got 50 million. We haven't in this one. We've spent quite a bit of money, actually. I think it's the next episode. You'll see we'll start to thin the squad out and sell quite a lot of players. So it'll be interesting to see if we can still keep winning trophies while we're doing that. So it's a big first push, I suppose, towards trying to be debt-free.
As you can see, Mari Forston's coming on okay. 21 years old, worth 17 million. Could be worth selling. Jack Fletcher, 22 million. Both got potential though. Could end up breaking into the squad, especially if I'm going to start selling quite a lot of players. Sean Dallow have gone on loan, because I wanted to give some game time to some of the other guys. Hopefully they can progress. I think I bought a lot of good players like Mastantuano, but they're not getting enough game time to reach their potential. So I've got to start looking at that. Ericsson went on a free, Lindelof on a free, Munro, Palestri, Fredrickson on a free, Scanlon for 550 grand, Binder, the reserve goalie, he's gone for 9.75 million. Luke Shaw's gone on loan, big fee there, 6.75 million, and 4.8 million for a loan for Dallow. And Mastantuano has gone back to River Plate for the season. So there's quite a few people gone out on loan. Hopefully that'll help them get better. Like Hato's gone out back to Ajax. Sorry, that was last season. He's come back actually. Dan Gore's gone for 11 million. And Malachi Sharp and Jackson have gone on a free. Bought Lenny Yoro. Looks a very good player. Again, we just need to give him the game time. Bought Darvic, who I think will progress very well. He did in the Barcelona save. Naipan for 4.8 million, I think that was, for a wonder kid. 4.7. Dewey for 62 million. Quite a lot of money, but I think it's worth it for this guy if we can get him to his potential. Canate, 16.75 million. I think that's a steal. Scalvini for 79 million. A lot of money again, but one of the best in the world. And 22 million for Gula. Hoping his physicals get better because everything else looks good. If we have a look at the competitions, we were 4th round by Brighton in the Carabao Cup. We won the Community Shield, beating Arsenal 2-1. Won the FA Cup. I think it's the first time I've done it in this rebuild. Beat Tottenham on penalties. Tottenham are doing well now, actually. I know they finished 6th, but they are getting better. Knocked out by Leipzig in the round of 16, and we won the Premier League. 81 points, quite a low points total. Did alright, miss him out, 17 assists. Rasmus Højlund with 20 goals. Mount is doing really well. He was one I thought I'd probably sell, but he's come on to be a very, very good player in this game. 89 goals, 46 conceded. That's the slight issue. I think we're conceding too many, so I'd like to get that down. You know, I mean, it's 31, I think, the season before, or something like that, so that'd be nice. This is the 3rd year in a row as well we won the title. With a good team, a really good team, but it is a young team that's still building as well, so to be winning titles, I think it just shows that the tactic is good. These are players I might look at. I'm not saying I will, but I'm looking at Mount, Rashford, obviously Short, Dallow, who are out on loan. If the loan clubs don't come in for them, maybe Elise, maybe Eze, possibly. I know I brought them in and I do like them, but they're just not getting the game time. Obviously Sancho, I don't think there's any point in him staying around, and he's on massive wages. I don't know, I mean, you could argue like Sesko, because he's not getting the game time. Potentially, again, I think he's a brilliant player. In real life, I'd love it if we got him, but he's not getting into the team. Probably with the emergence of Mason Mount, the fact that Rashford's still there as well doesn't help. Somebody wants Rasmus Højlund, but he is playing fantastic. 47 games, 30 goals. He's only 23. I think I'm keeping him around. Don't think I'm going to let him go. And this is the tactic we're running. Switch it up again, but it's been working very well. We've got a Poacher on attack, and playmaker on attack, 2 wingers on attack, Mark and the fullbacks, deep line playmaker on support. Got a box-to-box midfielder on support. Inverted wing back on support, inverted wing back on defend, 2 ball playing defenders on defend, and a sweep keeper on attack. We will be switching this up more seasons, to be honest, so we definitely will be for the next game, for the next season, so look out for that. We've got positive mentality, play out defence, run at defence, work the ball in the box, be more expressive, high, tempo and wide. We'll roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press, and then out of possession, high line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goalie distribution, get stuck in and step up more. So it is a very attacking tactic, I suppose. So no wonder we're conceding quite a lot of goals, but at least we're scoring a lot of goals. But I think I'm going to tweak that. I might drop the midfielders a little bit in the system, try and protect and not concede as many goals. But, we'll see. Thank you for making it all the way at the end of the episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like, subscribe, and take care all. Right, here we go, guys. Goes back with the next Man United episode. It's episode 4. Starting off with the finance. They're starting to get better now. They weren't in the first few episodes, I appreciate. But 244 net debt now, which I think started at something like 584 million, something like that. 73 million remaining debt, and that's 7.75 million per month. It's about to go next month. Then they're only paying 2.5 million a month. So I think we're getting there. I think we're getting debt free, and we've done it in a way where we haven't really sold loads of players. I'm starting to now, but at first we were just kind of rebuilding the squad. But as you can see, we've got 254 million in the transfer budget. So we're starting to sell players and not quite buy as many. Maybe produce some of the young players that we bought. So I think investing in the young players at the start of this kind of series is hopefully now going to pay off. And to be fair, if you haven't watched the other episodes, go back and watch them. But we've won the Premier League every year so far. So hopefully we can try and keep that going. But let's see. Got a few people out on loan there. Yoro, Gula, hopefully we can bring these people back next season if they've developed. Shaw went for 51 million. He was 31. He's still a really good player. He still probably would have got in our first team, but for that amount of money, I thought it was time to cash in. Dalot went for 55 million again. 28. Could have done a good few more seasons for us, but I just thought, good money. Let's cash in. We've got cover there. And then Rashford, 29. He was on 300 grand a week. He's obviously a very good player. He's playing very well for us, but 62 million PSG. Didn't feel like anyone else was really going to come in for him. We loaned out Eze and Sesko to get some game time. We sold Dante Orr, which was somebody our director of football bought. So we made a little bit of money on him. And then a couple of the youngsters, Sunderland had come in for Biancheri as well, who's not a bad player actually, to be fair. He just hasn't really developed in this game. Hoyland played very well this season, 37 goals. Garnacho, 21 goals. Rashford we sold in January, and he actually, I think it was in double figures, so he was playing very well. Lots of assists. Garnacho 18, Mountain 15, Dewey and Wirtz with 10 each. We've got a good team. I know we've let a few people go, but we've got some really good young players coming through. Hopefully, it start getting some more game time. Like Dewey, 21, he can progress a lot. Beto, which is one of the reasons we kind of let Shaw go, because he's a similar player, 21. Get him some game time, get him progressing. Naipan, he's probably more going to be a squad player, but again, it'd be nice if we can get these people, hopefully, turn them into world-class players, really. That's the aim, if we can. We don't have to go out and spend money on new players. But it's tough, I suppose. It's tough when you've got a squad and you want to get them all progressing. It's not easy to do that when they're not all in the first team. Got some really good players coming through. Sam Harper looks probably the best of them. Frankie Phillips, Scottish attacking midfielder. Jack Fletcher, he's 20 now, but he's still got a chance potentially. It's Harry Amos, who I think is going to be very good for us. So I know his potential looks low, but I do think he's going to be good, even if it's just as like a backup left back for us. These are the guys that we had out on loan. Then Yoro's coming on well. I think he'll play a part next season for us. Eze we might sell, we'll see. Sesko, toying with selling him. Thought he'd have progressed more. Darvic, I think, is one we keep definitely. He will progress. I've seen that in the Barcelona save. Gula, I want to stick with him. I might loan him out again, we'll see. Probably check that out in the next episode. We won the Carabao Cup though this season. 3-2 in extra time against Man City. Very good result. Knocked out in the 5th round by Palace in the FA Cup. It's disappointing. Knocked out by AC Milan in the round of 16. In the Champions League again. Disappointing. But we won the Premier League. I think this is the 4th year in a row we've won it, which is pretty incredible. Hoyland, joint top scorer with Calvert-Lewin, who's 30 now. There's talk of us getting him in real life. I hope that's nonsense because we don't want him. Rashford there, top of the average rating. Mount,
top of the assists with 13. Garnacho, they were playing the matches. He was second. And then joint top Diego Costa with clean sheet. So we've got a nice balance to the team. We'll take you through the tactic. I think it's better defensively than it was last year, and we're still scoring a lot of goals. Scored 95, but conceded 38. Only won by 1 point against Tottenham. So it was close going that last game. They drew their last game. We won. If they'd won, we wouldn't have won the league. So we were a bit lucky, but we still played well. We had the most shots there. 7th in pass completion. 3rd in possession. We won't be in the tackles one because we've got the ball, really. 4th in dribbles. So it's quite an attacking tactic. Top in clean sheets. Joint top with Tottenham. But joint 4th in the fewest conceded. So we do need to work on that. It's still a really good tactic, though. So I would give it a go. But I am going to try and improve it for the next season. So we've got a pressing forward on attack. We've got an attacking midfielder on support. 2 wingers on attack. They're going to mark the fullbacks. Got a volante on support, which was actually Mason Mount mainly. Got a DM on support with take fewer risks, shoot less often, hold possession. We just kind of want him to be that linchpin in midfield, not really drifting anywhere. Got an inverted wing back on defend, inverted wing back on support. Hopefully he can get a bit higher, up along with that volante. It's the kind of thing I was going for. 2 ball-playing defenders on defend and a sweeper keeper on support. So it's a nice balanced tactic. I think it works well. We haven't got the best team in the league, so I think we've done well. Positive mentality. We'll play out defence, low crosses, work the ball in the box, be more disciplined, underlap left and right, high tempo. In transition, we'll roll it out, dispute quickly, counter and counter press. And then out of possession, we've got a high line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, and prevent the goalie distribution. This tactic works very well. I think we can improve on it next season, but give it a go. Let me know how you get on. Please remember to like and subscribe. Hope you've made it all the way to the end of the video. I do really appreciate anyone who watches these videos. Still enjoy making them. And take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Girls, back with the next Man United episode. This is episode 5. Starting off with a little gameplay. I haven't shown you that for a little while, as you can see there. I think Hoyland scoring ahead of there. Elise playing it back to Scalvini. Nice to see how it plays in game, where it ends up with that kind of 3-2-5 almost when you've got the ball. Garnacho had a great season. To be fair, they all had a pretty good season. You'll see in a bit. I'll take you through how we've done this season. Garnacho there, across the Naipan, but that goes wide. Taking it to Everton, apparently. Please remember to like and subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the content. I really do enjoy making the videos, so yeah, any support is much appreciated. And this tactic, I think I've tweaked it a little bit. It's quite an interesting tactic that we're using now. It's a bit kind of lopsided. So I will take you through that a bit later in the video, but it's definitely one worth giving a go. I think it's worked really well for us. It seems to be quite well balanced, even though it probably doesn't look it on the tactics screen. Got Manu there into Thuram, on Elise, lovely finish. No chance for Pickford. You can probably tell that's Kefren Thuram, who's a big signing for us. He's helped massively. But also, I think Mason Mount left in the summer. Then we brought Thuram in January. So we had half a season without replacing Mount, I suppose. Hoyland's in here. Lovely finish. The 41st minute. That's 3-0 already. 100th league goal, apparently. It's not bad. I think it's only 23 still. Lisa, 57-minute whipping that in to Lenny Yoro, who's getting a bit more game time this year. Although I am considering selling him. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Pieces there all the way back to Manu.
and who's coming on brilliantly as well. Canada got a bit of game time, so he's doing really well. I think we loaned out Fiscal just to kind of. We didn't need 3 strikers, I suppose. I mean, in real life, I would probably suggest Man U do, but on this game, Hoyland's doesn't seem to get injured too much. They're in here. Good save from Costa. Probably the best keeper in the world. They've got a corner here on the 90th minute. Taking a bit of time because one of their players is injured. Taking a long time to get off the pitch. Come on. Here we go with the corner. Sadu whipping in, who I've not heard of. Maybe a new gen. Defended it pretty well. They've got another corner though. But that's it for these highlights. So we beat Everton 4-0. Done really well there. We had 20 shots, 8 on target with 2.61 XG. As you can see, the tactic is, like I say, a little bit lopsided, a little bit weird, but it gives us 76% possession. So it is quite well balanced when you kind of see it. Like Thuram's a volante, so he's gonna cover a lot of ground there. So it works. It does seem to work for some reason. Overall balance, 76 million. 351 million in the transfer budget. Projections look good. We're officially out of debt, so I suppose that's kind of this ticked off, but I don't want to just stop there. I want to keep rebuilding Man United. We haven't really had success in Europe yet, so I want to go for that. We've got a new chairman. We were going to get out of debt probably by the end of next season anyhow, but the new chairman has pumped a bit of money in. It's coming as like a new tycoon owner apparently, so which I suppose makes sense with 351 million in the transfer budget, 5.5 million in the wage budget now, but it's not the 700 million I think I got quoted when I was playing the Everton game. But as you can see as well, I'd also like to try and creep up that Hall of Fame as well. I mean, that's a massive sort of statement, so I'm not sure we'll go that far with this save. Let me know if you want me to see me try and do that, top that chart, or where you think we should end this. I just feel like it's a little bit early to end this one, especially when we haven't had too much success in Europe yet. Although we did all right this year. So runner-up in the Carabao Cup, runner-up in the FA Cup, and semi-final in the Champions League, got knocked out by Real Madrid. So shame not to win any of them, but we did pretty well. Went quite deep in those competitions, and then we won the league by 10 points. 24 goals from Hoyland, only one behind Haaland. Garnacho second in the average rating. Wirtz with the most assists, got 15. This is where we've stepped up a bit. I think Costa with the most clean sheets. Got 104 goals, but he only conceded 25. So it's a really well balanced tactic. He's performing well in defence as well. We had second in more shots, fewer shots against, 7th only in pass completion, 5th in possession. We were in the dribbles as joint 3rd with Aston Villa. Top of the clean sheets, top of the fewest conceded. That's probably where we ended up winning the league. Defensively looking a lot better, still scoring loads of goals. So the big kind of summer sale, I think, is it on here? Yeah, there we are. Mason Mount went 75 million up to 100 million to Real Madrid. Loaned out a lot of people, including Eze and Sesko, give him some game time. Mount, he was doing really well for us, but when you get offered that amount of money, I think you've got to take it. Especially, I think he was about 29, 30 anyhow. João Rego came in for 38 million. That was our big summer signing, who I thought, he is fantastic. Then we went out in January and got this wonder kid left back, Rick Platt. He's now worth a fortune, 60 million, 78 million as well. And Kefren Thuram, a little bit older, but I just think he's worthwhile. big, athletic, can score goals. I think he's perfect for that Volante role where he doesn't really have that extra player ahead of him. Got some good young players. I mean, some of these we might end up selling. I want to keep Stokes. He's going to end up as probably our right back. Wirtz has obviously been a brilliant signing. Still possibly one of the best players in the league. Maybe after Haaland. See, Højlund did well there with 38 goals. Wirtz did brilliant, 21 goals, 28 assists. Garnacho did great, 22 goals with 18 assists. So playing very well. This is the tactic. I know it looks a bit weird, but it does work, honestly. Give it a go. We've got a Poacher on attack. He's going to mark the DM role. We've got a winger on attack and a winger on support. They're going to mark the full-backs. We've got a centre mid on attack with move into channels. Secunde Volante on support with get forward and move into channels. Deep line playmaker with no extra instructions. Inverted wing back on support. Inverted full-back on defend. Ball playing defender on cover, centre back on defend, and sweeper keeper on attack. Those defensive ones, especially the centre backs, you can kind of tweak them depending on what type of centre backs you've got. Really, you've got ball playing ones, play them as ball playing defenders. Like I say, when we're in possession, it kind of sets up as a 3-2-3. So that Volante and centre mid get forward with the wingers, then the Poachers obviously on the last line defence. The inverted wingback steps in with the deep line playmaker. Then we've got the three defenders. So I think that's why it's good defensively as well. And obviously with the front line getting back, a positive mentality, play out defence, low crosses, work the ball in the box, be more disciplined. Again, helps with defending. Underlap left and right, high tempo and wide. In transition, we'll roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. And then out of possession, we're a high line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, and prevent the goalie distribution. This one, I know it looks a little strange, but it does work very well. If you give it a go, let me know how you get on. Thank you for making it to the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Right, here we go, guys. Goes back with the next Man United episode. We are into Season 6, I believe. I'm going to start you off with the tactic, which I don't normally do, but I thought I would this time. With a Poacher on attack, he's going to mark the DM, winger on support, marking the right back. Winger on attack, marking the left back, centre mid on attack, and Volante on support, both with moving to channels. Volante is going to get further forward. Deep line playmaker on support, inverted wing back on support, who's going to join that deep line playmaker to make a 3-2-5 almost in possession. Inverted full back with a ball playing defender on cover, ball playing defender on defence, sweep keeper on attack. Positive mentality, play out defence, low crosses, work the ball in the box, be more disciplined, underlap left and right, high tempo and wide. In transition, we'll roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. Out of possession, we're a high line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often and prevent the goalie distribution. This tactic really does work very well. Give it a go. I haven't spent a lot of money and we've still done pretty well this season. I think that's 600 million if I want to spend it. We are debt free now, which was the aim, but I'm kind of enjoying playing with this Man United team, the team that I support as well, which helps. So I thought I'd keep going with the save. Obviously, let me know if you want to see anything else. I am working on just while I show you how many goals and assists we got. I am working on like an Atletico Madrid one, but it's with a really attacking tactic, which I thought was quite interesting to play with them because Simeone has them play like some awful defensive football, didn't he, in the past? So yeah, I thought that could be interesting. So if you want to see that, let me know. Let me know in the comments. And obviously remember to like and subscribe, please. I hope you're enjoying the content. You'll have seen I brought in a couple of players, but we'll take you through the transfers here now. Brought in Albornoz, who's just a young Argentinian striker. A bit of cover for Højlund. Rossi came in, similar, 18. Hopefully he will get better. He's a wonder kid. But again, just a bit of cover for Højlund. We didn't really have any strikers. We bought Lewis Harrison, Shonia Erisma, and then we also got Grujic, which I've loaned back out, which I think was a good move because he looks a lot better now than he did when I signed him, although he still looked decent. But he's going to be a good player for us. He'll be coming in next season, hopefully. We've got Vitek, who we've sold for 11.5 million. Neves went for 46 million. Kanate went for 59 million. Euro went for 50. So a lot of players here we're making a profit on. Simpson there for 650 grand. We loaned out loads of players just to get them some game time. And then we sold Ardagula for 16 million. He just didn't progress like I thought he was going to. Amari Forsum went for 8 million. Benjamin Sesko again just didn't progress with 24.5 million. Eze for 41 million. Decent money for Eze. We brought him in for about 20 maybe. Loaned out a lot of players to get him some game time. Stantono's going to be a big player for us next season. He has come on leaps and bounds from his Porto loan. So that was a good decision. Yeah, we loaned a few others out. We loaned it's Adam Grayson out as well, who I think looks decent. So I don't know whether he'll play a part next season. He's 21, but I think he's got potential. We've got a fantastic team. I mean, Naipan's coming along well. Everyone's starting to look good, actually. We got knocked out in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup by Arsenal, unfortunately. But we won the Charity Shield. We won the Carabao Cup. And we were third in the league, which is disappointing. First time we haven't won the league. But it helps that we won the Champions League, I think. So I'd like to have won the league as well. It is disappointing. I'm thinking of changing the tactic because of that. But to win the Champions League, 12 shots, 7 on target, 3.31 XG, beaten Bayern Munich 3-1 in the final. It's a good result, very good result. But yeah, looking at this performance in the Premier League, I think it's time to tweak this tactic. We've used it for 2 or 3 seasons now, and it's worked really well for us, to be fair. But I think it's time to possibly go a bit more attacking. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. I hope you're still enjoying this save, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Right, here we go, guys and girls. Back with the next Man United episode 7, season 7, basically. Just showing you a little bit of gameplay here. This, I believe, I think this might be a Champions League final. I'll have to check it out at the end. As you can see, played some attacking football. Wirtz puts one in there. Can't pronounce his name. Stokes there. Our youngster through to Garnacho. Hoyland onto Thuram. Lovely goal. Stokes has come on brilliantly. I think I'll show you a little bit. See his progression a bit later in the episode. Obviously, we'll go through the tactic later in the episode, which I think is working brilliantly. I think this tactic is definitely one of my best. I know I'll probably say that quite a lot if you've watched a few of my videos, but honestly, it really is brilliant. This went to penalties. So as you can see, well, you will see, a lot of penalties got scored. Please remember to like and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It really helps me out. Feel free to whack anything you want in the comments as well if you want to see me do anything. If there's any suggestions how to improve the videos, improve the channel. I don't have a lot of time to spend on it because obviously I do have a full-time job as well, but any sort of feedback is much appreciated. Like I say, a lot of penalties went in here. Dumfries sending Diego Costa the wrong way. Naipan does the same to the Inter keeper. Costa nearly got to that one. Dewey steps up, smashes that in. Lovely finish. Beardo again. Costa's getting close to them. Stantuono, good finish. Keeper starting to go the right way, and then Bastoni sends him the wrong way. Platt just gets that in. Dedic steps up, Costa saves it. And we win on penalties. I think that was about 9-8 on penalties. In a very even game. 14 shots on target, 14 shots, 7 on target, 2.64 XG. They had 17 shots, 7 on target, 2.75 XG. Very even split on the possession. But, like I say, that was a Champions League win. Won again. Still got no debt, loads of money to spend. If you want as well, I probably will be putting this on the Patreon page, so check that out if you haven't already. So when I do finish this save, I'll put the save game file on there for you to have a look at. We've got this guy coming in, this defender who actually can play right wing as well. Bit weird. I think he's probably just about better suited to being a centre back. He looks a really good player. We brought back Amad Diallo on a free. He's playing really well for Atlanta. Free transfer. I thought might as well bring him in. A bit more cover. got covering goal, João Victor here. So Costa's not that old, but when he does go, you've got a backup there. Oscar Mariscal, who loaned back out, he looks very good. Same with Merkovic, who loaned him. We sent him back to the club. They bought him from for the season just to get a bit more game time. We sold Antonio Silva 74 to 79 million. Really great player, but I just felt like we didn't need him at the moment. We've got a lot of cover at centre back. He wasn't going to get a lot of game time, so he's probably just going to get annoyed. And to get that amount of money seemed like a no-brainer. Knocked out in the 5th round of the FA Cup and the 4th round of the Carabao Cup by Liverpool, so very disappointing. Won the Super Cup though, won the Champions League, and we're back to winning the Premier League. We've won it now 6 times out of 7 seasons, I think, which is very impressive. Rasmus Hojlund, 24 goals just behind Haaland. We've got 30. Vert's got 7.35 average rating with most assists, 17 assists. Scalvini with the most yellow cards. It is quite an aggressive tactic we play. Lots of clean sheets though. 19 clean sheets. I think that's the difference, really. You know, scoring a lot of goals, 91 goals, but we only conceded 23. And I think up until the last 4 games, that was down at about 17. So we've done really well this season. Most goals. We've got the fewest shots against. We're only 7th in pass completion, 4th in possession. We are top of the dribbles, so it is a very attacking tactic, even though it defends well, so it's a well-balanced tactic. 19 clean sheets and only concede 23 goals, like I mentioned earlier. Very, very good performance. We'll have a little look at the squad, see how they've been playing. Like I say, you know, you could take over this save game file and have a lot of fun with it. I might even come back to it. I think I'm going to do a couple of other little things, but I might come back to this later on. Rasmus Hojlund, 49 goals. Vert with 21 goals, 24 assists. Thuram, 20 goals, 19 assists. Erisma with 16 goals, 21 assists. João Rego, 12 goals, 9 assists. Darvic did well, only 6 starts, got 11 goals and 5 assists. Really impressive. Garnacho, a lot off the bench, but he did very well. And this is really why Garnacho was off the bench, because Louis Harrison played a lot of games. 13 assists. Not a lot of goals, but a lot of assists. And then Stokes, who I mentioned earlier in the episode, he is looking brilliant now. One of the best right backs in the world, I think. Came through our youth system. Had to start giving him some game time. He progressed enough. This is the tactic. It works brilliantly. Definitely give it a go. We've got a pressing forward on attack, advanced playmaker on support. I think you could tweak that tactic if you want, but I think it works well for Louis Harrison, our system. Attacking midfielder on attack, Mazzala on attack, winger on attack, deep line playmaker on support, inverted wing back on defend, inverted wing back on support, ball playing defender on defender, 2 of them, and a sweep keeper on attack. No special instructions, which is slightly different than most of my other tactics in this save. But positive mentality, play out defence, low crosses, run at defence, work the ball in the box high, tempo and wide. In transition, we roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. And then out of possession, we've got a much high line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goal distribution, get stuck in, and step up more. So we're very aggressive. We're trying to win that ball back as quick as we can and then just get at them, basically, with that front 5 and then with the deep line playmaker, inverted wing back, supporting them, and then just 3 of them at the back, the left back and the 2 centre backs just blocking any counter attacks. Really, that's the theory anyhow, and it works very well. Give it a go. Let me know how you get on. Thank you for making it all the way at the end of the episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.